Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for February the 28th through March 6th, 2022. So before I begin, I'd just like to extend a welcome of immense love from the angels and welcome everyone back this week who is returning, as well as anyone who is joining our community for the very first time. So before we get into this week's reading, energy reading, and the information that will unfold from that, I just want to make everyone aware that in pretty good time, you're going to start to see some changes in terms of the name of the channel. I may have to start a new channel if I can't change this one. I'm thinking of doing that anyway. But you might see this name pop up. So Angelic Wisdom is the new LLC. So it might start to pop up, like especially on my PayPal. You might see that change there. Gradually, you'll start to see it in other ways. New designs, logo designs, website that I'm working on with one of my former students, actually, that the angels guided me towards. So so there's a lot of these things that be highlighting, and I just want to say it enough so that you get used to it, and that you're aware, and to be, even with my website, I may create a link to the new website so that for a year, just to help everybody adjust and things like that. All right, and there's the angels have been sort of walking me through something this morning, so I want to share that with you. And just a reminder that if you're looking for an angel reading with me, and this is the first time this year that you've had an angel reading with me, you can receive the first time promotional offer angel reading, which is on my website, and it's for $103. So even if you've had readings with me in the past, as a transition from the pandemic offers that I was making, the angels suggested that that this would be available. So just be aware of that. Okay, so lots going on. Lots going on for me personally. For the Angel School or Angelic Wisdom, the angels are really just guiding me through a lot of interesting information. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath and see where we are being centered and focused for this week. And when you tune into your heart, you're doing this to tune it into the information that is around you through the cosmic heart of love, unconditional love. So this is one of the reasons why they always ask you to first tune in to your heart, so that you go within to this cosmic wisdom, and to access your higher heart and the cosmic heart of the universe, so that all information is being filtered through divine unconditional love. And I'm seeing a Sphinx, and so this information and energy has come to me, and it's very potent and very powerful. The Sphinx is a watcher, an observer, a guide, and the message is for us to watch, to observe, and to listen. And in doing so, the secrets of the universe, your own soul's wisdom and knowledge will be able to come forth and assist you and help you to see things through this unconditional love, to help transform or guide your perspective and perception of the reality that you are witnessing. And we really must remember that we are here as witnesses. You need to first be a witness to what is happening before we act. And when we do this, and there are times when we're just guided, our instincts, our impulse, just triggers us into action. And that is perfectly fine, and it is appropriate at that moment. But the thing is that we often don't have this balance where we listen. And when we're listening, we're observing, this gives us the opportunity to see the world through the eyes of the divine mind and heart. Now, they're giving me the okay, and they're going to guide us now to be aware of the cosmic mind. And as this came to me this week, the cosmic mind resides on the planet Neptune. And it's quite appropriate. They're calling the cosmic mind psychology, which is also appropriate. But the idea here is to connect with the cosmic mind to facilitate clarity, to to facilitate a greater awareness. And what the planet Neptune sort of represents is this vast unknown, right? It's the planet of imagination, of mystery, and so forth. And so we're going through quite a shift, and it's happening on so many different levels. And one of the exercises that they were doing with me this morning, they want to share with you, is that we want to clear tune into your mind and clear the plaque of toxicity or negativity. And they keep writing the word star seeds and manifestation, because that plaque creates sort of depression. And the way they've always shown me a symbol for depression are the blinds, I don't know what the name of them, but the blinds that, the blinds that we put over our windows, and that kind of open, and they control the amount of light that comes in, right? So you can open them, and then the blinds will still be there, but they'll be horizontal and light can come through. And then when we close them, they lay vertically and they block out all the light. But the thing about these blinds is that there's degrees to which you can adjust how much light you want to come in, or to completely shut out, or to fully allow in. And that has always been my symbol for depression. I don't know why, it just is. And so they want to clear this, because they're saying that many of the star seeds, that the plaque of toxicity or negativity, and this is just the this is a result of where we place our attention. So it's not anything that's being done to you, because no one has the power to do that. That only is possible when you disassociate. And when you disassociate, you make yourself vulnerable to possession. That is to say, the influence. And I really want to put these things in a new light and terminology, and understanding. Hopefully you will click into that. Because when I use the word possession, I don't mean by other spirits, but I want you to think of the most basic form of possession is that if you are not in your body, then you are then not the you are not the captain of the at the helm of the ship. You've left it open for others to influence you. Now you're still present to some degree, right? And when challenges then when you're faced with challenges, this disassociation is what happens. Now, in a metaphysical sense, this is that the soul then starts to rise out of the body to not have to deal with what is happening. And that's usually because you make a decision that you don't want to handle this. And this happens with the simplest little things. And I call this also sort of a Lemurian condition, because they did not live in their bodies. They were very afraid of losing their full alignment with Source. And so the whole experiment, as they were the first beings in the Earth Project or the Earth Experiment, was for us to be spiritually, fully spiritual and aware, while embodying the physical body and reality. And so we have a tendency to escape or disassociate when there is some kind of trauma or drama. And it can be as simple as, especially when we don't feel supported, or when we have a dependency mentality, that we want support because we don't feel adequate within ourselves to handle this. Boy, do I know that very well. I've been triggered by that since dealing with all this business aspect of the LLC. So the thing is that when that happens, we disassociate, and then we are then open to the influence of whatever is going on around us. And I don't see what's going on around us as evil intent. What I see it at is that you're no longer holding your own space and being present with the space that is yours and that you have created. And so therefore, when you do this, when you start to feel inadequate, you start to doubt, this is all a sign that you are not anchoring into the moment, the present moment, but that you're afraid and you're trying to get out of it. You're escaping or disassociating. So this is why one might then, in those moments, the perception of negativity, the perception of the universe abandoning you or not feeling supported, or feeling inadequate, these are all negative ego projections coming from you. And if you think something long enough, then, and you don't, correct that, it's like brushing your teeth is what they're bringing to my mind. It's like if you eat and you don't floss, then this plaque will build up. So if you keep eating, feeding yourself, negativity, your cosmic mind is a realm of manifestation, because was created for imagination, infinite possibilities that you can manifest. It's a realm of inspiration, wisdom, and knowledge. And so when we keep projecting negativity, then this builds up like a plaque in the cosmic mind. And it basically, you create your own blinds from, from allowing, disallowing the light, and the light of the source. The codes of wisdom and information and guidance is coming through that. The ideas, the thoughts, the solutions, the creative genius comes in. And so when that plaque starts to build up over time, then depression sets in, because you are no longer feeling your best. You're no longer feeling creative. You are no longer able to access the divine mind, the cosmic mind, where imagination and creativity flourish. And so what they want to have you to be aware of a few things. That whatever it is that you're afraid of, and we all have them, and they exist on various levels, and sometimes we think that we're brave, and or that it's a strength, potentially because of the way you handle it. But the thing is that they want you to be aware that to hold your sovereignty, to stay present in the moment, because what you're witnessing is the results and the culmination of everything that you've thought and felt in the past. And now in the present, it is confronting you. It's confronting you because in the present is the moment for the opportunity for correction, right? And just sort of kind of going back to this flossing and brushing kind of thing of the teeth, if in the moment something comes up, then you know that you can use those tools. We have, like, if you've just eaten something that stains your teeth very badly, then you know that you have tools. We have electric teeth brushes and all these tools to go ahead and clean, and we know a generic procedure that will help rectify that until we see the dentist, right? And so in the present moment, you might not be able to get rid of that problem in the present moment. But what you can do is that you can begin to correct the way you think. That take the opportunity to see, this is culminated because this came out of my cosmic mind, which was there for the purpose of creating happiness, and instead I've created drama and chaos that displeases me. And so you can apply tools in your own soul's tool bag that will assist you with this. I'm just making you aware of some of the dynamics here so that you don't have to fall prey to the illusion. And if you stick to the technology of what is happening in that moment, meaning, okay, then if I need to not disassociate, I need to stay present and take one bite at a time to digest what is happening properly, and to observe and to listen, so that you can, and breathe, most importantly, because when you do that, you automatically activate the source, God, and the higher realms of consciousness, and the information for perception that will create perception and perspective that will create alignment for you. Remember, what you're viewing, they're saying, is a holographic illusion, that the reality that truly exists and that is fully intact that is also in a state of peace, that is also the glory of the Lord. That is to say, it is gloriously shining and continuously being illuminated. And out of that illumination is continuously expanding and evolving. That inner reality, that conviction, the passion, the hope is, has the power, as we've been talking about, to just transform your perspective and your perception so that you start looking at things differently and you start seeing the opportunities that will create a path forward, or possibilities that will create a path forward from this situation, so that you start to establish something now that will bring joy in the future and pleasure for you to enjoy. So let's just take a moment and just trust that what they are guiding you through will be automatically because you have set the intention to just go with your angels. And so your guardian angels stand at your side. And they embrace you with enormous love. And before you, a gateway opens. And there are angel guardians who oversee this portal. And now they ask you, light worker, to step through this portal. Feel the serenity. And this portal was titled Serenity. And as you begin to step through it, you see angels hovering above in the sky. The seraphim, with their wings covering their body and their face. They have many wings, and it seems as though they're just hovering above. And an owl, a white owl, comes flying through. And the owl will guide you towards the sacred mountaintop of the cosmic mind. On the planet Neptune. And just follow the owl up the mountain. And don't be too afraid or aware of your feet, because as you may have begun to notice, you are floating as the seraphim are carrying you up to the top of this mountain. And at the top of this mountain, there is a tree, a very large tree that crowns the point of the mountain. And the tree has a door that is now opening up and appearing before you. And as you are placed on your feet in front of the door by the loving seraphim who are singing a beautiful music of various sonics, as they've been amplifying your frequency and attuning you to this dimension, this chamber of serenity. This chamber of serenity is the heart of your cosmic mind. The soul of your cosmic mind is serenity. And they hold before you, you see before you a divine eye, which is the cosmic mind, noting its divinity and alignment with source. And there's a baby. And the baby represents you, your pure, open-hearted imagination. Represents trust and truth, purity. And they ask you to hold this baby as they hold it out to you. The divine eye is reaching out to you and placing this baby in your arms. And immediately you feel the purity of light and its frequency wash all over you. And they're giving me a sense that the new rainbow children that will be coming soon will have this kind of frequency, and they want you to recognize them as babies will soon start to come in with this high vibration of healing, and especially the cosmic mind of serenity. They will bring absolute peace into the world, and it will pacify the people no matter what condition of psychology they are in. They will be teachers of happiness and unconditional love. And as you are holding this baby, clears your cosmic mind of any plaque of negativity or toxicity. And the divine eye clears your third eye. And opens you up, opens your imagination to all possibilities. And the Archangel Raphael is coming in, and he's washing out your third eye, which has emerald green. It's a crystal ball, your fifth dimensional chakra, with emerald green light illuminating it. And now he's pouring in more, so that he's pouring into your third eye the abundance codes, so that your imagination can be sparked with insights of love to help you hold the vision of truth and clarity for the new earth. So you're going to start to receive insights. And we have foresight and hindsight. But what's most important to us is insight, because it represents the present. And the insights they write will end this feeling of suspension that you're in. And they write the word the Empress to indicate that ideas, your mind is now transforming into a landscape of fertility. And they're balancing and bringing you back into balance with the cosmic mind of the universe. And they're lighting you up for powerful manifestations. So that all of, and the support that you need. They're recommending, they write gym, but this is a general symbol for any type of exercise, whether it be creative or physical, is going to be very important to the health, not only of your body, but of your cosmic mind and your emotions and your spirit. And they're going to continue to just work with you as we go ahead into the messages. So let's take a look and just give thanks. Just give you a moment to give thanks. And know that this process will be ongoing. And the Archangel for this week is Archangel Mariel. And it says, manifest for the highest good, work with pure love. Now, Archangel Mariel comes from another system. He comes through the planet Orion, and he has a retreat over the Himalayas, as this is still the purest vibration on the planet. His magenta, or the pink in his energy, it represents the highest frequency of love and the highest purity of love. And the electric blue represents the ability to demonstrate powerful manifestations. So this is an opportunity this week. And he also works with your soul star chakra. So that brings up all of your gifts, the wisdom of your soul. And it's also indicating when he shows up that you're ready to fully align, fully embody your higher self or soul. That time is now coming. And again, this is a part of that lover's energy, the six, key six in the tarot that we've been talking about this year. You know, a lot of people say that as a relationship with someone else, a soulmate. But this is really a union with your higher self at its highest frequency in the tarot. That's what that card is truly about. And so that is what everything that's been happening thus far in this year, whatever has been going off, or I think it's all because the higher self is coming in and fully embodying. And when the higher self embodies the physical experience, things get shaken up, right? And so this is a period of adjustment because we are not being allowed to create those things that would keep projecting this kind of negativity, that would keep building this plaque over our minds. And even now, with all the things that are going on in the world, what we actually seeing is the resistance to this transition of power. So let's not be afraid of all that is unfolding. We hold the space and offer our most sincere prayers to countries around the world, especially like in the Ukraine, who are going through sort of a possession, if you will. And we want to place our love and support underneath them so that they are empowered to not to resist, but to resist stepping out of their bodies or disassociating and giving them their power away. But this also is not just happening to them, it's happening to all of us. And we've seen it in our own country, we've seen it everywhere. And so this has been going on. This is like the Bible, there's nothing new under the sun, right? So this is our cosmic or karmic pattern of, and fear only has the power that we give it. And what is being demonstrated right now is the power to not only resist, but to maintain your sovereignty, to embody the challenges. When you embody the challenges with your higher self's purity and love, then what it replaces your fear with serenity. And then the serenity will become the influence of the situation, and the highest vibration will always rule. Serenity is a higher vibration, fear is not. Okay, so much to say, so little time to say it in, but this is important. And so let us use what is going on in the outer world. When we pray for others, let's also pray for ourselves, because we are all connected. This is oneness. The world, the way that our mind sees the world, is an illusion, meaning ego, separation. But whatever one of us is going through, we are all going through it. Whatever lessons we are all experiencing, we are all having that similar lesson together. All right, so let's take a look at the cards for this week. All right, and so we start off with the Tower card. And this is a card of really breaking down systems. First of all, we always think about the outer reality. We put so much power into that. You know, you might be thinking, oh, what's going to go wrong in my life? This is about the inner reality. So the cosmic mind focuses on serenity. It is the seat of serenity, right? So this is a transformation, a breakdown of those things that, and beliefs and perspective that disassociates, or causes you to disassociate from, instead of being in your own power. So those things that are going to come up, what's going to happen, I feel, is more internal rather than external. And there might very well be some external things unfolding, but it's all for you to go within to the higher frequency of serenity over fear. So usually we try to fix things. We try to fix the things that we fear. And instead, they're asking you to observe and adjust the frequency within you to attune it to this frequency of serenity. And so the challenges are more for you inner and inwardly, okay? To transform. This is a breaking free from something. All this is a disruption of the ego. And it's interesting because 16 and 8 plus times 2 is 16, right? So strength. You have the strength. This is already going to be a very powerful week. And with the number create, of movement and mastery. This is going to be a manifestation. This is going to be an incredible week. And messages is a word I just saw from the angels. You're going to be receiving a lot of messages from your angels from within. And especially in your mind, imagination. And it's going to be, pay attention. They're writing assignments. Your assignments are going to become very clear to you this week. They wrote settle. I don't know if it's settlement or settle, but I feel like things are going to settle in, or that you're going to resolve things that have really been have a negative impact, they write, in your life for a very long time. This is going to be your breakthrough week, and things are going to be released from you, and you're going to experience relief. And they keep writing Empress, where to me it means that the Empress within you, the energy of the Empress, is going to start to nurture the seeds in your mind, and those seeds will start to grow, and you'll give birth, and there'll be expansion. And this is all coming out of your Tower moment, your break from the patterns. So the Tower really comes in and breaks up the patterns that are operating within you, creating dysfunction. All right, let's take a look at, and there's the word messenger too. So the messenger of fire. So that means that you're going to really be suddenly called into action in some way. And this is going to be spontaneous and impulsive. It might, so, oh my God, like all of this energy here is like impulse. It's, irrational. It's, it's radical, revolutionary. So we can expect that a huge disruption in this week, because the soul is really seating itself more firmly and more powerfully. And you've probably already seen hints of it coming through. I noticed issues with technology. My phone blocked for about 30 minutes. My tablet went off as I felt these higher frequencies coming in, chiming in through my crown chakra. So you're going to really feel the energy is shifting. It's becoming more potent. And this means that the Earth's potency is going to increase. And it's a preparation for the new energies, the new children, the rainbow children that are coming in. They're going to come in a purer vibration of Earth than has ever been here before. And that means the Earth's potency has to return, which has implications for divine healing, has powerful implications for our health, and things like herbs and things like that, just to throw that out as a hint to you. So yeah, extraordinary, powerful things that are being established in this week, a new energy. And you might say, well, I see a lot of crazy people still doing a lot of crazy things. Doesn't matter, because your light and your this message is sending codes of light to you and activating those codes within you. And everyone who sees it and that you share this with will receive them. And when you go out, you will activate them as well through your passion. So be very passionate. If you're going to do something, be very passionate, be very committed, be very convicted about it, dedicated and diligent and consistent. With this, he gets restless. If you get restless, then that's a sign that you're ready to Actively create and materialize. Take baby steps if necessary. Okay? But respect the energy. A lot of what anxiety is about is that your gifts are ramping up, and most people resist them and fear them instead of allowing, channeling what would come out of you. All right. And the energy of the card from the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Fire. What she's doing. This is a week for you to get rid of your burdens. Like, she's just blowing it up, right? She's just lighting up all those little this and that that's got to be done, and all these things that people are putting on her. She's just discarding. She's just, you know what? This is not mine. This is not mine. Enough of this. Enough of this. And so you might find yourself feeling really overwhelmed and getting to the point where you're like, enough of this. And when you do that, you'll be working with that energy that's clearing things out. Okay, that this will be an outward display of what's happening within you internally. So just be aware that you might be a little extra expressive, or other people around us might be a little extra expressive, but they're just releasing. So we're going to have a lot of compassion for everyone. If tempers are flaring, if people are irritable or frustrated or whatever, this is the chaos that you might see in this way. This fire energy is just the clearing. So let it clear. Let it. Don't judge it. Don't criticize it. Support, support, support. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a powerful week of manifestation. They're writing. Powerful. Support, support, support.